We're here at Northampton International Shaleway for the weekend that everybody has been looking forward to. It's World Final time. BSCDA TV will bring you the story of the World Final, and myself and co-presenter Mr. Roger Bromiley will be chatting to some, if not all, of the World Finalists.
And what you need to know is that yesterday, which was a Dutch day, was absolutely incredible racing. The work that's taken place, as you'll already have heard, by Dean Woods has been brilliant. Great racing yesterday, great race surface. It'll be better today and Sunday. I mean, what's not to like? Keep watching that screen.
So we're with promoter Dean Wood. Dean, we're on World Final Day. This is all yours. How do you feel? It's Saturday morning, and all what you've like kind of prepared for almost all year. Today's the day. Are you excited? Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous, to be honest with you. I've got to say I've been very relaxed this weekend. I don't know really, it is the big one.
Yeah.
I think obviously last night took pressure off, that it was a good meeting, so that takes pressure off. And I just want to get through tonight, good.
Yeah.
Tomorrow obviously I want good, but that's not so important as tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight's the night.
Well, I think last night the crowd was huge. You know, like when the first race started and you looked at the crowd, were you like, oh my God, there's a lot of people here.
Started to think, am I going to get them in tomorrow?
But there's that, and then like the track, I mean, you know, it's 30 degrees yesterday and everybody's going to go, oh, it's dusty. Not a bit of dust last night.
We was watering it though, to be fair, with that big Bowser, we've been watering it for 2 days.
Yeah.
Every 2 hours, just soak it like we've done today. I think that's the third lot of water on it already today.
Have you got a water meter here, or like do you know, that's going round, isn't it? In terms of the stadium, I think people are walking in potentially for the first time since you've started all these improvements, and I mean, I've heard a lot of people going, it's brilliant, you know, the bars, the grandstand are only temporary, but you're going to have like a permanent one there. Yeah. You know, the improvements to the site are amazing.
If you go out by the grandstand, you'll see some of the new grandstands already laying there, and Gilmore Engineering's just finishing off my one, but it got to a point that they were going to be pushing and couldn't guarantee me 100%, so 90% it'd be done. So I can't gamble 10%. Because you ain't got a grandstand, you lose all the area as well.
Yeah, of course, So
I said I can't gamble it. So, and then people moan about the price of seats. It's £58,000 to rent that for a week.
Is it?
£48 a seat.
Right, okay. But you need a grandstand, don't you, today? You absolutely need it. And the view is amazing from up there.
And be honest, it finished the stadium off when it went, because you kept lacking something there anyway, you know what I mean? No, it was very pleased with it. Just never got quite finished what I wanted, you know what I mean? I wanted it cleaner, I wanted... My sweeper broke down, I got one of them sit-on-drive sweepers, suck everything. That broke down in the week.
What else can go wrong?
Yeah, come and got it and said you should have it back for Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Ain't got the bits to repair it.
Yeah. No, so well, it's a sweeper, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just what it is, you know what I mean? In the end, it come to a point where I have to say, you know what, I can't do no more.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of like sitting in the thing and you kind of look at, you've got the lighting, you've got the sound system, and it feels like a festival of stock cars. That's the general feel. Last night, today.
You know, with Ipswich, I love my lights.
Yeah.
I think lights transform a place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you get an house, you drive past a nice house now with them wall lights, it's like, oh, that looks nice.
Yeah.
House next door could be exactly the same house, ain't got them, don't look the same.
Well, you're clearly enthusiastic about the stadium and about putting on a great event, and I think that everything's there, and we just need the racing to kind of live up to that now, don't we?
Yeah. Well, the English boys better, because the Dutch put a show on last night.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did.
Done well. No complaining, all over the moon.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be... I think we've turned a corner now with all of it.
Yeah.
The sport's turned a corner.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been moaning, and I think people, normally 20% lead the 80%.
Yes.
And I think the 80% have got fed up with it now.
Yeah.
And they've started seeing that a lot of promoters are doing a lot of work, and just me. You know, Rob's done what he's done.
Yeah.
Auto Speed's done a lot of their place. I mean, they're all trying now.
Yeah.
And it's...
But I think people, it's that thing, isn't it? If you put the investment and time in and effort, people will recognise that and go, do you know what, I'm going to go and support that. And clearly this weekend, by last night, they are doing.
When you come in, if you look outside at night, walk out and look at the front gate when
I will, I'll try.
It's unbelievable, but I've done it all blue. So as you drive past dual week, you'll think it's the police or an ambulance. So you look. Then when you look, and then when we put the new grandstand, it's got a great big sign going up speed with motorsports, it's all going to light up at night.
Nice.
So you'll look thinking it's an accident, and then you go, hey, what's
I like your thinking, I like your thinking. Listen, dude, thanks for talking to me, and good luck for today. You know, everything's there. You know, it's going to be a great World Final weekend.
I'll just say thank you to all the people that have helped, and especially Kevin Morris, because without Kevin Morris, it would never have got done. and even to Guy and Sophie and Jason Oldham. Guy and Jason, the last couple of days here, to do the Formula One bit of it, have really been an asset.
Yeah.
And that's good for promoters and the committee and that working together. It's good for a change instead of arguing and bickering, and it was nice. So I just like a special thank you to them and all the builders and everybody else that's helped. You cost me a fortune, but you've done a lovely job.
But to pick on your point, just very quickly, you need the two parties to work together, absolutely, because to make this a success, you can't have infighting. It doesn't work.
No, tearing it apart, that's all you do.
Yeah.
And like obviously with me and Guy, he sat in the lorry with me and we've been having chats.
Yeah.
And I said, Guy, what did I tell you all 5 years ago?
Yeah.
I earn the money, put it back in.
Yeah.
And the only way you're going to keep stadiums is buying them.
Yeah.
Because this would have gone, if I hadn't brought it,
Yes.
this went for double what it was valued.
Right, okay.
Because it was going to be industrial or a go-kart track.
Right.
It wasn't going to be a stock car track, it was going.
We need stock car tracks, don't we?
Yeah,
We need
and the only
stock
way
car
you'll
tracks.
get them is people like me, Rob, and Auto Speed, Graham Bunter, is buy them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Lock Gelly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's buy them. Otherwise, you're going to lose them. What would you do?
Absolutely.
Someone come along now and said to me it's £10 million for this place. Even I'm going to think, it's a profit.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a villa that I can buy over in Spain. Well,
you
listen,
got one.
buy another. You can have two. You can have two, dude. Thanks so much.
right.
Great to hear that everything's kind of working well. So,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the support.
superstar. Thank you. Inside pole sitter 216, Jack France Jack. It's all about you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, no, it's not all about me. No, I just happen to be the one at the front there. But yeah, what a place! What a place to do it. All these people here. Dean's done a great job. What a job he's made at track from what it was to what it is now, and to get all these people here, he's done an awesome job. Awesome.
You were here last night watching the sort of overseas meeting. The track looked very, very quick.
Yeah, it did. A few people were saying to me, they were like, these Dutch are really, really quick, and you're looking at them. And they are quick, but I don't know whether it's because it's a load of Dutch and they all just look quick, or whether if you threw 5, of superstars out from England, whether they would look that quick. You know what I mean? There's people in there that we do race with who you usually beat, but they looked quick. Yeah. So you're like, you don't really know.
I thought it was very good meeting.
Yeah,
very good meeting.
Yeah, really good.
Right. So you are. I know we say, you're the main sort of topic of conversation, I guess, but it is because blue top. Front row semi-final, first time it's been done since your dad did it. It's like a really nice, good story, isn't it?
It's like somebody had it planned, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it is, he couldn't make that up.
Yeah, no, it's good. I don't know. He's done his thing now, and we're doing our thing, and yeah, it's good. It's weird how it's been written, but it is what it is. I'd like to go a couple of places better than where he finished. I think he finished 6th, so it'd be nice to. Well, we've come to do one thing, and that ain't finished 2nd, so we're here now and we'll have a good go at it.
Yeah, good. But your dad's very much involved in your racing still, isn't it? Which is nice. You've got that continuity.
Yeah. He's always there if I need to ask him anything. He never tells me anything. He sort of lets me do my own thing and work my own stuff out, but he's always there to fall back on if I'm stuck with something, or how do I do this, or how do I approach that, he's good to have there. He's not pushy, so yeah, it's nice. We have a good relationship with racing.
Good. You're looking very relaxed, right?
Yeah.
But you're inside pole, so almost a lot of pressure on your shoulders because you kind of dictate the pace of the rolling lap. You dictate when you go. You've got Tom alongside you, who's arguably number 1 in the sport at the minute. Yeah. Are you feeling a bit of pressure, or are you not?
No.
You can tell me, honestly.
No. Everybody keeps coming up to me and saying, "Oh, I bet you're nervous." My nerves came probably the week after I won the semi, and I was like, "Shit, what have I done now?" But since then, I've just got my head together, got myself in the right mindset. I know what I've got to do. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I've come to do a job, and confident we can do it.
Good. Do you think you've got the pace in the car to keep with Tom and Craig?
I wouldn't. Tom's quick. Tom and Craig are quick. They're at another level. But it's a stock car race.
Yeah.
And I'm not just going to sit and let everybody drive away from me. If the car's not right, and I'll do my best and race hard. But we'll see. Nobody knows. I could pick up a punch at first corner. Tom could pick up a punch at first corner. You don't know, do you? And that's why all these people have come to just see that, really, haven't they?
Absolutely. And in terms of second row, you've got your very good friend Lee Ferris right behind you.
Yeah.
Does that help? You can wave to him and go right there.
To be honest, No, it's really changed. I would expect nothing less than Felice put me in French. You know, it's a stock car race. I might have been his best man 2 months ago, but you know, as soon as we put his helmets on and get on that grid, he can do. You know, he would do what I would do to him, and you know, as soon as we come off, we might even have a beer together if one of us has won. You know. But yeah, that it doesn't affect his relationship. He's a good lad. He's not a stupid driver. He wants to get round first corner and finish, and I want to get round first corner and finish. So if there's a push, there's a push. Nobody can do all about it.
No. And the thing is, I mean, because in my head, I'd kind of go, obviously Tom's one of the quickest, need to deal with Tom, so it's like, well, if I was Lee, stick Jack into Tom on that first corner, and then you're up the inside and gone. And
there's so many different scenarios that can happen, isn't there? Tom could get in front of me at start, I could get in front of Tom at start. That could put Tom in between me and Lee, or, you know, Matt might even just drive right outside of everybody, you don't know. Within 2 laps. Craig finicking, it could be on your back bumper, you don't know, do you? So, I don't wear myself out thinking about it.
No, it's probably best not to.
Take it as it comes, do what we did in semi, and go from there.
Because you've done one World Final before, which was Bradford's 2 years ago. Didn't finish that. I didn't think.
No, I think I just got across the start line.
So you started it?
Yeah, I started the race. Big pile up in front of me. Front corner came round, touching wheel. That was it. Bit of a shame really at Bradford, because I was really looking forward to that one, but we've made up for it now, haven't we?
Yeah, and you'd like to think that being on the front row, you probably will get over the start line and so get a little bit further.
It'd be nice to just say I've led a lap, you know, after that sort of performance. But yeah, it is what it is. That's what I mean. You can. Everybody keeps worrying about starting at front at grid. Well, I started at near enough at back at grid, and I didn't even get round first corner. So at least I've got starting at front. I've sort of got half an idea of what I can do, rather than 5 or 6 rows back. You're sort of in the hands of the people behind you and the people in front of you, so I'm quite happy where I am.
Good. And the weekend itself, it seems like, I mean, we're on day 2 out of 3 days, but so far it seems like a real success. Like having it in one place, the amount of Dutch that come over, it just feels like a...
Yeah, I think that brings more people here as well. I mean, like Friday night, we're absolutely packed, and they were just Dutch. They were just Dutch people. I don't know where he's going to put everybody today, but and it's such a good atmosphere, isn't it? With thousands and thousands of people here. If it were one meeting here and one meeting here, I don't think you'd have as many people, because who wants to, after World Final, have a few drinks and then you're going to have to drive to another track? It's best just keep it at one place. Everybody's happy. Everybody makes their own little campsite, don't they, and has a barbecue and they're good. A little holiday for them.
Listen, thanks so much for talking to me, and good luck in the World Final today.
No problem. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Graham, France, dad of Jack. So we're talking to Jack, because obviously inside of a World Final, inside front row, a place you've been 37 years ago?
37, yeah, 86.
Have you spoken much about it? Have you kind of, do you know what I mean? Is it kind of...
Probably about every night.
Okay.
A little bit, but it is a lot different now. A lot more preparation. People have a different way about it. It's very professional now.
Yeah.
Like when we did it.
A bit different, wasn't it? But in terms of Jack being there, we were saying when I started chatting to him, what a great story. You know, the last blue top to be on the front row World Final was yourself. Now Jack's on there. It's just like you can't write that stuff, can you?
No, it takes some sinking in, doesn't it? You know, how we've, and it's all sort of happened. We didn't really make it happen like that, and I actually didn't know until he did it, and somebody came up and said, "Oh, did you know that?" No, not really.
But it is this thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing is as well, we've been stood around here sort of 5-10 minutes, and like so many people who come up to Jack, can you sign this? And it's just like it's a different feel at the moment.
It's good because I hope that it's bringing people to the sport. The main concern for us and our team is the image of the image we create, and that would then bring people to the sport. We love it and we want it to continue, so we're working really for the sport. And you know, when we got Napa, it was a little bit, it's a big name and that, but looking at it now, we couldn't have gone to a better man for it.
Absolutely not, no.
And, great things might come.
Actually, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. In terms of the race itself, have you got any sort of thoughts on how you think it's going to pan out? Are you kind of going, this might happen, or is it just, I don't know, I just don't know what's going to happen?
Jack's a pretty good starter.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that Lee will want to get on.
Yeah.
So Jack is going to have to get on, regardless of what Tom does. He's going to have to get on quickly. First corner, I think if he survives it, he'll be in it somewhere. but there's going to be some big pushing from behind.
Yeah. Do you think the inside or the outside's better? Because people are saying the outside, there's more grip on the outside, so that benefits Tom, that goes in his favour.
I think, to be honest with you, by the first corner they'll all be on the outside anyway, because it'll be wet.
Actually slid out.
And everybody's going to slide up. Tom might end up just clattering the barrier slightly to get, and then scrambling out of the way.
Yeah.
Which is the way I see it, and it'll be a race to the next corner.
Yeah.
And then it'll build up from there, you know. But we just don't want 6 cars sideways in the first corner.
No.
You know,
that doesn't fit. But look, you know, the track raced really well last night. It didn't just stop. It was a really good race surface.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. It's fun. Do you think it looked fast last night? Because I thought it looked very fast.
Yeah. And it looked, back home, they're watching it on Speedway TV. It looked fantastic.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it really did look well.
Yeah, good. But listen, thank you very much for talking to me, and good luck for you guys in the World Final today.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, enjoy it.
So nobody out there knows who you are. Would you like to introduce yourself so that people know?
I'm Roger Bromiley, ex-stock car driver.
Ex-stock car driver.
Yeah. Used to be good once.
No, never. Tommy, how's it going, mate?
Good, at you?
Yeah, really good. You must be harassed to heavens because everybody wants a piece of your action at the moment, if I can say that. Between friends.
It's been a busy day. Yeah. Well, it's been a busy since before Venray. Really, it's been pretty much non-stop. You know, 2 cars ready to go over there. Then you're over there from Thursday, one Monday, and then get back, and then the Kiwis show up, and then they decide to hit a fence post at Sheffield and write the car off, and then rebuild that, and then I got damage at Bradford, and just it's been pretty non-stop. I'll be glad when it's over with, to be honest.
Venray went well for you?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, really good time.
It's a great place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fantastic facility.
Fantastic. And Henry and Mariella, they're just stunning, aren't they? They're just really helpful. It's always good to be out there. So, what have you done? What's different? What have you checked? What have you done?
Well, after the damage I got at Bradford, I've literally checked everything 2-3 times, because obviously you don't get a run in it after I got a little damage. So we've been right through it, and we're here, it's ready. I'm not touching it now.
It's a massive deal, isn't it? I mean, I don't know whether people understand, but when you get a load of damage, you really want to get back out and just know that it's all right, even if you do a couple of laps.
Even like the shocks and stuff, like even just to make sure that you've got a good one. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to give up after a few laps. It's we've done our best, and we've gone through everything, and here we are.
And nerves? Do you not get nervous? I'm so cool.
No,
I'm so over all that.
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm over it, but what's the point of getting all nervous and anxious, and then you make mistakes that you shouldn't make? You just now the time trials are over, I can just relax and sit in this beautiful weather, and I might go and have 10 minutes to myself before I go out, and really just get away from everybody. And
you're definitely the busiest car around here. We've been,
like Marmite, loved or hated.
Well, I think it's generally people tend to quite like you. I think you're a knob. What can you say then? Sorry, I think you're lovely, Tom. I think you're lovely. Have you got a plan of action?
Yeah, win.
Nah, come on. First bend. First bend is where it's all going to kick off.
You can never plan a stock car race. I believe I'm on the right side of the track.
I think you're on the correct side of the track as well.
I believe I'm on the right side of the track. So like I said, I've done everything I can in the workshop. I just got to get out there and do my job out there, make the best possible start I can. You haven't got to lead every lap, have you? But if you can lead the important one, that's the one that matters. So I think we'll be fine.
A friend of mine once said to me, a race driver said to me once, not how fast your fastest lap is, it's how fast your slowest lap is. That's what really counts.
Like I say, you just not put myself in a vulnerable position, and obviously, I think there's a target around here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is, but I'm sure.
I know I've got a target.
I'm sure there'll be a magnet on it somewhere. So
I know I'm magnetised too.
But that's part of the part, and the good thing is, like, I've realised that if I don't win, it's not going to make any difference to me. It's fantastic to win. I've been fortunate to win before, and it's an amazing feeling, and to carry the gold roof and shirt off is a fantastic achievement for myself and the team that provide the cars and the mechanics and the girls that sort the merchandise, for everybody that's involved in the team. It's a fantastic achievement for everybody. But if I don't win, no one's going to forget, Tom Harris hasn't won the World Final, he's going to be a blue top next week. It's not going to change my stature in the sport, I don't believe, and it's just another race, isn't it?
See, lots of people say nasty things to say, but what a nice guy. You can't beat that, can you?
I don't know about that. It's only because I'm talking to you.
Ah, bless you, Tom. Listen, really best of luck, and most of all, above anything else, be careful out there.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. Cheers.
Second row inside, Lee Fairhurst. Lee, you've potentially got what some people say is the optimum starting position. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
Well, we'll see after the first corner, really, won't we? Everyone can, you know, sometimes you need to be in the right place, and who knows where the right place is until we set off on the green. So, yeah, obviously we've put ourselves in a good position to try and win it. So, yeah, I feel like we've got everything, car underneath us to do it. So, yeah, it's just down to me now.
It is. Right, so the track last night, did you watch the racing? I was talking to Joe Nichols and he said the likes of you, Craig, you're going to be like studying that track, deciding what tyres to put on it, because you're proper top of your game. Do you know what you're doing?
No.
He said you do. He said you would.
I would probably make out that we do, but we don't. No, I've not been here this year and raced actually, so I'm sure I'll find my way around the first few laps and see where we're going. But yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, last time I was here it was a European, I think, in 2020 or 19, something like that, 21, whatever it was. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a, just see how we get on basically.
When we've spoken, a number of times we've spoken, and we've touched upon like car setup before, and it's like going to be really tricky today, isn't it? Because it's red hot, so it's going to be, it has to be wet to start with, doesn't it? It has to be, because you can't have a dry track.
Yeah, as I say, we don't know if he's going to be watering it in the yellows yet.
No.
We might get told that in the briefing or not, I don't know, so that's another thing to key in. Yeah, it's just going to be hot. It's going to be probably a bit dusty towards the end, and its track's going to probably slick off a bit. So, trying to optimise what you've got in the car for that sort of conditions. Yeah.
So, would you go? I want to set my car up for like a slick, dry track because it's potentially going to be. Or is that too much of a risk? Because if you have like yellow flag after laps 2, 6, 9, it's going to be wet every time, isn't it? So,
yeah, I mean, sometimes you just make the wrong call, like the European this year, at Mildenhall, it was really dry, really hot, and expect it to be really dry, and he absolutely blabbered it with water at the start of the race, and because obviously I'd set my car up for the latter half of the race, I was completely nowhere at the start. I just lost so many positions and got spun round, and just a waste of a race really for me. But I'm just mindful of that. You don't want to go completely towards the back end of the race. I think you need to be there still at the start. Williams just attacking you.
I know, I like it. It's good. I love the thing.
So
right, you've got Jack in front of you. You were at his wedding. He was at your wedding. Sorry, it was like your best man at your wedding two months ago.
Yeah. That don't mean anything, does it? When we put our helmets on, it don't really mean anything. A few people have said that to me, but it don't mean anything. It's just another car on track, and I'm sure he'll treat me the same, and I won't want it any other way, to be honest.
Are you going in with a bit of a plan? Or is it, I say that to people and they'll go, it's a stock car race, anything can happen. But you must have like a little bit of thought about what you're going to do on those opening laps.
You've got things that you'd like to do, obviously, but I think until you actually set off and you're probably coming past the starters rostrum, I think that's when you need to decide if you're going in hard or you're going in trying to stick down to the bottom or, where you position your car, because could set off and the outside lane could get a good run, and the inside might be more water. You don't know the opposite way around, so you really just can't decide until you just find if you do things off instinct, it's a better outcome when it happens.
Yeah. Became world champion 2012. First time you had the gold roof and the only time you had the gold roof. Do you think it's about time you had it again? Do you feel like in yourself, actually, I should have another championship on my car?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We all strive to be and do so.
Yeah. Who's that man?
I don't know.
He's a super fan. Yeah. He's very close.
That's what we all strive to be and want to do. So we're obviously we're here to do it, and I believe I'm good enough to do it, and we've got the car underneath us to do it. And obviously, thanks to the sponsors and the team, we've got everything in place to be here and give it our best shot.
And William's giving you big support. I'm like it. Did you do this week?
No, this is a surprise to me.
Okay.
I think my mum sorted it out. And, she's up, and that's the first time I've seen it. So
it's very nice, very good.
Yeah, obviously, when I won it the first time, I didn't have a family that I've got around me now, Jack and William, and obviously a different sort of team now, so I want to try and win it for them more so than myself.
But it's quite scary though, isn't it, when you kind of go, like, I wasn't married, I didn't have kids when I last won the World Final, so like you look at what you've got now and how different, I suppose, life is.
It's obviously a completely different life, so I want to try and win it, and we can have some good pictures and enjoy some special moments together, and just like I said, lot of the team worked with us at the time, so I want to do it for them, so they can experience what we experienced back then. So
It'd be a good year. You got married, you won a world final. Do you know, like, if somebody said to you, like 2020, so let's say you do win today, right? And somebody goes, what's the best bit about 2023? Would you go world final or wedding? What would you do? Would you,
Jackson was in here. Oh, we're getting married, and obviously I've been really nothing tops that.
Yeah,
so
no, of course.
Now obviously like life's so different. Like, racing's the next best thing after that. Whereas before it was the best thing. So yeah, anything that happens is a bonus now, and we'll just give it our best shot.
Good. Thanks so much for saying. Good luck.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Nice. Eddie Collins.
Hello.
Matt Newson, here we are again. How many is this? How many?
I don't actually know, to be fair. It feels like a lot, but I don't know, I've been racing 15, 16 years. I bet I've done nearly most world finals, 10, 11, 12. It's too many without a win, isn't it?
And that's roughly what people are saying about the amount of cars you've got here.
Too many, yeah, I know.
What have we got?
We think we've got 8 today.
We think we've got 8.
Yeah,
you might lose.
No, I don't lose track, to be fair.
It's amazing what you're doing, and I mean, I saw a car look brand spanking new as well.
Yeah,
didn't it? You've been really putting some time in.
Trying. It's to be fair, we don't get a lot of time during the year to keep on top of what I'd call a bit of paint and a bit of that, but we try for a big race to make a bit of an attention to it and make it look good.
So what have you done differently, or what attention have you paid? Because this always gets put to the back burner.
To be fair, I spent a bit of time. We didn't have no racing last week, so we re-bumped it. It needed it, to be fair. We've given it, I'd like to say, we have checked everything twice. So yeah, just give it a bit of love, bit of paint, and a bit of a once over.
And did you find anything that you thought, I'm glad I did that?
Yeah, to be fair, when I raced at Sheffield last, it didn't go as good as what I class as my normal Sheffield. And we'd had a bit of a look, and the rear axle had got a bit of a bend in it, so we put a new tube in one side. So I generally feel today like it's as good as it's going to get.
How many people have told us, Jordan? How many people have told us that a little bit of a bend in the rear axle?
The trouble is, you don't really notice it. You know, to the naked eye, it looks straight. But I was at Sheffield, and I normally fly around there, and in the first 2 heats it was like, this is poor, this is really poor. And then we got a tape measure, had a bit of a measure, and was like, that axle's bent. Then you start looking at it hard, it's like, yeah, I know, I can see it.
Yeah,
and then things like that. So we got home, and the first thing we done was dropped it off. I've got a couple of wheels I always use to measure it. Put the wheels on, it was like 14 mil bent. I was like, right, it's time to have off.
And tell everybody which way was that bend? Was that going backwards?
It's nearly always the same, because you catch things with the outside rear wheel, it pulls that side back. So when I was at Sheffield, I was complaining the car was too sideways all the time, but it shouldn't have been. Come to find out, yes, the wheel should have been straight and forward, but it was pointing out to the side.
You're actually affecting a number of things. You're affecting the corner weights.
Loads
You're
of things.
affecting the camber. You're affecting the track.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's out.
You start going back through your head then. I was like, when did I crash? I don't remember doing that. And then I went back and I was like, yeah, I tell you what, I remember doing a Bradford, and it ripped the wheel edge off the wheel, and it broke the half shaft. And it's like, oh yeah. To be fair, that's some of my trouble. I don't get the time to always keep on top of things like that. But today, hopefully, we've done it, we've found it, and we're going to go for it.
Sorry to just labour this point a minute. Is there an argument to maybe look at making something else the weak point, so that gives way before the?
I just think in a stock car, something always bends. Sometimes you get lucky. It's how it crashes. Sometimes you can hit a wheel and it'll just bend the wheel and not do the accident. I think sometimes, depending on how you caught the car, I think it's just one of them. You just got to take it, and what it does, you've got to rectify. Probably from my own point of view, I need to be faster on the, it did a wheel, I ought to check the act. You know what I mean, things like that.
Lesson to learn.
Yes.
So getting to the World Final, because we've been talking all the way around the houses, and let's get to the point of today, which is, how's it going to be for you?
I'm going to try and win, but you know my trouble, don't you, Roger? We spoke about it all the time. Mentally, it just does me in. I've tried so many times and not won. I've won that many titles till the last lap and not won it. To be honest, for me, it's not about the car. It's about trying to get myself going, because I sit here now, even now talking to you, and it's like, we've done this before, and you kind of drive waiting for something to happen, and it's not right, but it's what happens. Do you know what I mean? It just.
Well, mate, I really hope this is your year.
Yeah,
Mike,
me too.
Honestly, if anybody deserves it, it's been, the work you
someone come over a little while ago, they've obviously been reading the World Final programme, and it says that I'm top of the Northampton points and I've got the best and it's like, I know, and if it was a normal race, it'd probably be okay, but I don't know why, but it just always feels like it gets to something major and something goes wrong, or I do something wrong, or it just never works out.
Well, I really hope this is the exception.
Yeah, I hope so too.
The best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Hopefully I'll see you at the end.
I really hope so. All right, mate.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Row 4 inside, number 11, Neil Scriven. Neil, your car looks very beautiful.
Yeah, we freshened it up just for this weekend.
Yeah.
Give it a go. Make it look good.
Yeah, absolutely does. But I think people do that for a World Final. That used to be the thing, you know, you go to a World Final meeting, people have done the cars, repaint and stuff, and it's great to see you've done it.
Yeah, we thought we'd better make an effort, as I hadn't put any paint on the bumpers this year, so make an effort and it's good. People will notice. It's good.
Row 4 inside, you're very high up that
Yeah.
you need to say more than that. But that's a good. You've got the foreign entrance in front of you, and then you're kind of sat there. Are you happy with where you are?
Yeah, you've got to be in it. I've got no expectations, not putting pressure on myself. We're happy to be in it, and that's it. You know, if we finish, we finish. If we don't, we don't. But we'll be giving it a good go.
Ideally, and I get that, and I get like it's a peak of your season. You're in the World Final, front row inside, absolutely brilliant. Where would you like to finish? If somebody said to you, right, you can choose anywhere apart from like last, where would you like to finish? Ideally,
to finish.
To finish.
You know, you can't predict what's going to happen. You can't get in a bigger race. You know, you need in a semi. You want to get in the top 10. You really want to be in the top 5. But when it comes to the World Final, if you can finish, you're off to a good start. Here, it's anyone's in it. You know, it's tricky. You know, it'd be good to finish in the top 5, but we'll see.
Do you think it's anybody's race? Because I mean, obviously there are favourites. You kind of go down your list of Tom, Craig. Do you think anybody stands out for you as being? Actually, I think they're going to take the gold.
I think you know, Tom's obviously going to be trying. Lee's going to be trying. You know, the people, they're all going to be trying. You know, Craig certainly seems very keen. But likewise, you know, I've got no doubt Frank and anyone else, they all want to be there, you know, but it will just be what it will be, you know. The heat's going to play a part probably.
So how much of a factor is that? In terms of the car or the track, or both?
Probably both really. I would think, you know, the cars are going to get hot, and if there's lots of stoppages, then it's going to have an effect, you know. So let's just see what happens, I guess.
Okay, good. And last thing, the crowd last night was massive.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's going to double, triple again today.
Where are they going to fit?
That's the question. Where are you going to put
I'm glad I'm in the middle.
But in terms of going around and having that like parade lap and that experience, it's going to be huge to go and do that and to experience that today.
Yeah, we've been in a few World Finals, and the crowd is always good for a World Final. But we do try to go to the Friday nights, you know. But I think we all know that, you know, all 3 days at the same track, it's attracting an even bigger crowd. I'd like to say the last time I seen a crowd like that was probably at a Coventry World Final, you know.
Good.
And I think that's going to make it a good weekend for the crowd.
Good.
And the weather's on side.
It is. We need a swimming pool.
Bit hot, but better than wet. So.
Absolutely. And last thing, have you been working on your wave to the crowd? I think that's important when you're waving to the crowd. Have you been practicing at home, or no? Just going to what happens naturally when you're out there?
We went to a steam rally a few weeks ago, and we took all the cars. It was literally 2 minutes from our house, or from our yard. We took all the cars. We took the kids' cars, and my daughter drove around doing her. Naomi drove around in her little car.
Yeah.
We can adjust the speed on it. We turned it right down for her because we didn't want to go in crazy through the hitting people. And she'd got this wave.
I like that wave.
And everybody loved it. So maybe that's what I need to do.
I'm going to look for that. I'm in the grandstand. I want you to do that when you go past the grandstand. Listen, good luck today. The car looks amazing. Well done for doing that, and enjoy your World Final. Thank you.
The one and only Bobby Griffin, 166. How's it going, Bob?
Yeah, good, thank you. Bit hot, but
it's very hot, isn't it? Are you worried about that? Have you got one of those dry ice things?
No, I'll be all right.
In circuit racing, we have proper.
We're not that posh.
Really?
I might get a watering cannon. That's about it.
What have you been doing to the car to prep it?
We went practicing on Thursday.
Where was that?
Kings Lynn.
Right.
We had a few laps there. Car felt good. So yeah, no, it's a lot of time and effort's gone into it. So we'll see.
Did you make any changes at Kings Lynn?
Slight bits, nothing major. A lot of it got done in the workshop, and we knew where we needed to be. So
you're putting a base setting in that you know you're fairly happy with.
That's it.
And then once you've done that, you're then going to go to track, see what happens. So give me 2 tweaks that you did at Kings Lynn. How dare you?
We changed the crossway.
Okay.
And then just brake bias really.
Why did you change crossway?
Just to give us a bit more drive.
Okay, so you wanted a little bit more left-right.
Yeah.
Okay. and what was the other thing you said you changed, sorry?
The brake bias.
Okay. You're doing that during the race anyway.
That's it.
Doesn't count.
Just getting a base starting track, and because it was very wet at Kings Lynn, they kept wetting it. It was fair enough. They're trying to keep the dust down, and it was hard to get a dry run. But no, it should be all good.
Okay. Yeah. And how confident are you?
Very.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's the right
answer. Only one race.
It's like the same as any other race. Just walk past, no problem. They're all your mates anyway. They
just want to be on camera.
Who doesn't? Who wouldn't want to be on camera at you're on? And tell me, Bobby, how nervous are you?
No, not nervous. I've been there, done it. You know what I mean? I haven't won one or anything, but it's one race, isn't it? It's one race.
Are you going to win it?
Yeah, of course I am.
Are you going? If you don't win it, who will? And Tom and Craig don't win it. Who's going to win it?
I don't know. One of them Dutchies look quick out there.
They do look quick, don't they?
Do you know what I mean? It might suit them, this kind of track. I wasn't here last night, but they all look fast. So
yeah, it was a great meeting last night, by the way.
Yeah, the track looks mint.
The track is mint.
Yeah, it's all to play for.
The worry for me is that, as you know, the World Final can take a while. You know, particularly there's trouble at the first couple of bends, couple of 3 laps, and long. You know, then track might dry out a little bit. That's it doesn't need to be a dust bowl, does it?
No, that's it. Yeah, hopefully he just gets it right. But he's proving it. Dean is getting it right at the minute, so fair play to him.
Definitely. Have you had Peter Folding given you any words of wisdom that you can understand?
No, he usually tells me just before I'm going out on track, because I forget usually.
And what is it like? Has he got a pint of beer in his hand and go, go really fast and go and do that?
That's it, hit him hard.
Well, Bobby, I really wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
World Final. It's always a pleasure. And of course, be safe, be careful out there.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Row 5, Catherine Harris. Catherine, I'm enjoying your movie star setup. I like it.
Yeah, Mark Gray's got the fan on and we're having a bit of a nice breeze out of the way because it's very hot today. So.
But you've been very much in the, I suppose, the PR world this week. You've had like stuff in the paper about, you in the World Final. It's great.
Yeah, it's really good. I love the run up to World Final and like the whole day, to be fair. I mean, even if I only do like 1 lap in the World Final, the atmosphere before sort of like makes up for it. It's really good. So like Tully and Neil Randon this week have done a lot to promote me and get me in the paper, and it's good for the sport as well, because we've had locals commenting and everything, and like there's someone come up to me and he lives down the road from me today, so obviously it brings people to the track and that's what we want, so it's
good. 3rd World Final on the bounce, and you're racing on show, which is not your preferred surface. You had last weekend at Bradford in the car that you're going to be using. How did you find it?
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, it's a lot different. Even if you race on tarmac and get into a different car, it's totally different. So to do that and on a different surface is a big step. But we did it at Bradford a couple of years ago. So we're just here to enjoy it. A big thanks to everybody that's helped me get in today, and big thanks to Davidson's and Tom for letting me use the car. So we're ready for it.
Before we go, during a watch time trials, you featured in the British. We spoke to the British and we enjoyed that story of the British. So you're not afraid to be involved in a stock car race when it comes to the major titles. Are you hoping to be in a similar position today?
Yeah, I'd love to be. The thing is, right now I have no idea what to expect. I've never raced here on Shale. I've never driven that car here, and so everything's really different. But it's the same for quite a few people, really. So. I don't want to rule myself out. I don't want to go into it with the attitude of I'm not going to get anywhere. So we'll just see what happens and hopefully get around the first corner and keep going.
You're very smiley and seem quite calm. Are you calm or are you a little bit nervous? How do you?
I woke up this morning and I was quite nervous, really, but I'm here now and I'm just enjoying it, really. I don't see the point in being nervous. Like, it doesn't stop me being nervous, but I don't see the point because then you don't fully enjoy it. So I just want to have a relaxed afternoon and speak to everybody because it's really nice. That's the whole thing of it. So we'll just see how it goes.
Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
So here we are, Craig. Good grief, another World Final. How many is this?
I don't know, it'd be showing me age if I told you, wouldn't it?
And that's not a good thing, is
No,
it?
we're all getting older, luckily enough.
Yeah, but I think I'm not. I'm going the other way. How are you feeling about it? How are you?
To be honest, I sort of take it now as another race.
Yes.
But
you
it is a big race.
There you go.
You do put that little bit more effort into it, but I know you can get wound up over it. What happens happens. You know, you get taken out the first bend. Unfortunately, that's stock car racing.
But you're usually the instigator, aren't you? Not the recipient.
No. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Are you quietly confident?
If I can get around them first 2 laps, yeah.
Yeah, totally. I think that's how everybody sees it, really.
And if Tom hasn't got too much of a gap, or if Tom's still going, you never know. But I think he'll be the one to catch.
Yes.
If he doesn't get too big of a gap, if the race keeps going, I think I've got a good chance of catching him, but you never just know, do you? I was catching him in the European after I got taken out. 3 laps to go, I've got to punch him. But
can you tell us how many hours sleep you got last night?
5, I think.
5. And is that usual for you, or are you normally quite a good sleeper?
I've normally got a bit less because I'm normally working too much.
And anything different with the car from the last time it went out? Tell me 2 different things you've done this time to the car.
I put some paint on the bumpers.
Paint on the bumpers, that's quite important.
I put some paint on the wheels.
But they're not too...
We've polished it. It doesn't get polished very often.
Give me one little bit of specifics. Come on, people love this stuff.
We've just checked everything and double checked everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Greased everything, oiled everything.
Double checked it again.
Yeah.
And it's one of them.
It
is what it is.
It is what it is. And that's stock car racing.
Yeah.
Listen, Craig, I really hope you have a great race. It'll be great seeing you up there, and best of luck for it.
Thank you very much.
All right, cheers.
See you soon.
World Finalist, Kaylin Mooney. Kaylin, we didn't speak to you yet. We spoke to Asher, Rebecca, Mitch, but not you. Have you just been like lying in the sun for the last few weeks?
Yeah,
and I just rock up.
Yeah, pretty much. Haven't done much. Just I've been with Asher the whole time, so we've just been working away on his car and just tinkering away. And
so this is the first time you've been over to England?
Yeah, first time out of New Zealand for me. So
is it?
Yeah, big flight, but
wow. So what's your thoughts on Formula 1 stock cars? Like your initial, how would you describe them? When you go home and they go, what's it like? How would you describe it?
We definitely have it good at home.
Yeah.
But it's a different experience. The cars are different, setups are different. It's all different.
Yeah.
It's all, but it's they're not hard to drive. It's just got to change how I drive to suit the car.
Yeah. Okay.
We have it so good at home compared to them.
Well, in terms of how easy it is to drive at home compared to these.
Yeah, these got mega horsepower, but handling wise isn't the best. Where ours have got not as much horsepower, but the handling wise, brakes, suspension, tyres. We've got good tyres all around all corners. So.
Did you go to Kings Lynn midweek?
Yes, we went Wednesday, did 30 odd laps, and
how did you find it? Were you like?
I was happy. I wasn't going to gain much out of it. There's only 5 cars there, so we were only running 2, 3 at a time. So it was hard to gauge. Last night was real good. We got comfortable with the car, around cars, and I was happy.
So in terms of the Northampton track, is that different to the tracks that you would normally race at in terms of size or consistency?
It's all a little bit different. Like at home, we got a variety of checks at home. We got short corners, long straights, short straights. It's in the middle. But it's not hard.
In terms of the number of cars you're racing against, because Grand National last night, there's 30 odd cars out there. Is that a similar number? Because the track feels very busy. When I was watching last night, it looks a very busy track.
It all depends on track size. So say for when we go to Palmy, you're allowed 32 super stocks. So, but then at home for Wanganui, we only allowed 28. So it all depends on the size of the track and stuff like that. But we don't have at home. A lot more people finish, so that's the only difference. So they jumped out of gear on me last night, and I dropped back a few places, but still finished 8th on the Grand National. So
When I spoke to Bex at Sheffield, she said that that's the thing that she's noticed as being so different is that the rate of attrition, if you like, in Formula 1 stock cars is quite high compared to in New Zealand. Most people finish But I was happy to finish all 3 races, 2 races. So, but other than that, it's good. So World Final and time trial, so it's like coming up soon.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start on the grid? Because obviously if you're starting at the front, you're at the sharp end, or do you want to start a bit further back and kind of...
I don't know, I think I've been trying to think about it all week, all weekend, but I don't know if there is really a good spot. Up the front would be nice to set a good time, but if I set it back, not an average time and it's at the back or mid-pack, I'm not too worried. Like, just go with the flow. I'm not too fast.
Absolutely. So first time out of New Zealand, like you said, you come over and done stock cars. Anything else exciting while you've been over in England?
Nah, we've actually been in the shed every night, every day. So we haven't done a lot of ticky touring, you could say. But we got Monday, Tuesday. We fly out late Tuesday, so we'll stop in London and have a bit of a look around. But we're not too. Nice to have to come back.
You've come for the stock cars, haven't you?
Well,
you don't want to see Buckingham Palace. You don't need to see that.
So just means I got to come back.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
Listen, have a great World Final weekend. And you had a great night last night, so have a great couple of days racing. Good luck for the World Final.
Cheers, thank you.
So I'm here with Kumbertson, Marish.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
And you've come all the way from Holland. Whereabouts in Holland are you from?
In the top, Groningen.
Groningen?
Yeah, in the top of Holland.
Yeah. Cool. And how long does that take to get here?
Driving to the boat in Holland is 3.5 hours, and from the boat to here 2.5. So,
okay, and then the boat's what, 4 or 5?
No, I think 7, 8 hours.
Oh wow!
But we take it in the night so we can going to sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
So big day.
Yes.
Is this your first time racing in the UK?
No.
I know nothing.
No,
I'm really stupid.
It's my 7th World Final.
It's his 7th World Final.
Yes.
Good grief! Who am I? I know
think,
nothing.
It will be time to take it to Holland.
Well, you do a pretty good job over there anyway, of course.
Yes,
well, that's really exciting. Have you got good hopes for this race, Mason?
Yes, I'm in good condition. The car is in really good condition this year. I think I've got 15 meetings and my baddest place is in 6th place in the final.
Oh, wow.
So I got a really good So yes, we hope to get the podium this weekend.
Yeah. And if you don't win, who would you like to win?
Lee Everest. Yes, he built my car. So
of course.
No, let the best man win.
Let the best man win, as long as it's you or Lee.
Yes, that's no problem. That's no problem.
Well, lovely to meet you, sir. Oh, go on, sorry.
When it's a fair race, that's important.
Oh, totally,
yes,
totally.
That's
I
the
think
best thing. So.
Lovely to have you over, and
no
I
problem.
really wish you the very, very best of luck.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you for your time.
Row 7 inside, 5 on 5, Frankie Wainman Jr. Hello.
Hi.
Spoke at Sheffield.
Yep.
Good shootout round.
Yes, very.
Not in this car.
No.
Gone to your new beautiful car.
Yes.
With an engine that hopefully is okay.
Yes.
That's where we are.
That's all we're doing.
Okay. that's the state of affairs so far.
Yeah.
Have you tested? Have you been? Did you go Kingsland midweek?
Yeah, Wednesday. We had to. I just can't. I mean, we had it on dyno Monday, fitted it to the car. Obviously, it's been all right on the dyno every time, so I had to take it Wednesday to Kingsland.
Yeah.
Did 4 really good runs with it, and it was fine. So we can't do any more.
No, that's it.
It's just been a catastrophe of events that just follow each other and. But hey,
you'd like to go. Yeah, you'd like to go right pre-Sheffield. Yeah. That was like then, and this is now, and we're coming into like World Final, shootout round, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, we had a good Sheffield in Dan Brooks' car from Broscombe. Absolutely superb. We enjoyed it all day. We've got this ready for today and going to give it a good go.
You were here last night watching the foreign entrance race meeting. What do you think of the track?
It looked good last night, really good.
Yeah.
A little bit bumpy, which I'm not that bothered about, so it looked good.
And where do you race? Are you going out? Are you going up against the fence? Are you coming inside?
I'm usually down on the inside. We'll start to see where the line is.
Yeah. But could you see that from last night though?
No, not really. No. I mean, the Dutch are a bit carnage. They're always everywhere. You don't usually see them racing like Tom races.
Yes.
You know where Tom races, that's where the line is. But obviously the Dutch are a bit hit and miss like that. But
it looked really fast though.
It always does in the dark.
Does it?
Yeah.
But did you think it was fast though, or not?
Yeah, there were some quick cars last night. Definitely, the track held up well. It did. You know, obviously, massive shout out to the Speedwith team and Dean Wood. He's put everything on here. The stadium's getting there. Absolutely superb. You can't fault him for that at all. You know, I mean, the atmosphere this weekend, the 3 days, is absolutely superb. It's what we need. Yeah. You know, the place was heaving last night. Lots of people camping. People enjoy it. That's what they want to do.
It felt like it almost feels like a festival of stock cars, doesn't it?
Exactly that. 100%. And why not? That's exactly what we need, and a bit of racing thrown in.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
You know what I mean, and hopefully we can put a show on for everybody and do us all proud.
Are you happy row 7 inside?
I'd have rather been a couple of rows further forward. Obviously, had a malfunction in the semi-final with a back marker who was but I didn't want to get a flat tyre. I didn't want to risk myself. I'd sort of said to myself before, which I don't usually do, I would have been happy with a top 4 or 5. I think 4 would have been better. But when I was winning, I was like, yeah, I'll take this. And then obviously all that happened, and I knew I was in the top 4 or 5, so I was fine.
Yeah.
And obviously here, I don't think it's going to be just a one-horse race in the slightest. I think it's...
Yeah, because last year it was, Tom's going to sail off. He never did that, and you were very much involved in a stock car race with him.
Yeah.
And I think this meeting today, it can't be anybody's race. It's too hard to win.
I think any of the first 8 or 10 laps will win the damn thing all day long without even anybody causing a riot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hard work. I think it's going to be a proper stock car race. I think the track's going to have to be proper wet at the start.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of things happening, probably a couple of restarts, but I just need to keep tyres on it and keep going and try and keep clean.
Because you're going to set up for a dry race, presumably. You have to, because you can't go, it's going to be wet, unless you have a stoppage every 4 or 5 laps.
Yeah, but do you not think there's going to be a stoppage every 4 or 5 laps?
Possibly, yeah. But what do you think?
It's up here, isn't it? It's not going to be an out-and-out 25 lap race, is it?
No, it won't be.
There's going to be stoppage after stoppage, I think, and I really do think that. So you're going to be going in fits and starts. So I honestly don't know. It might suit me to the ground.
Yeah.
Starting yellows. We'll just see how we go.
The last World Final win was 2016.
Yeah.
Do you feel ready to have it again?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you hungry to have it again?
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I mean. Last year I was right up for it. Last year Ipswich, and we were right in the mix.
Yeah.
Bit of bad luck with an engine blowing up in front of me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
After the race, even though I got, I don't even know what I got, 4th or 5th, whatever I got, I was really happy. I was buzzing because I enjoyed the race. I knew the crowd had a good race. They had a worthy champion.
Yeah.
Charlie came through, did everything. Job done. It don't get any better than that.
No.
Not for me anyway.
No.
You know what I mean?
And to be fair, you don't forget a race, but obviously went to see Charlie in the week. I was like, let me just watch the race again just to remind myself. And I'd forgotten you'd led it for quite
a lot of the race. Did a lot of the work at the start, did everything right. The car was on it, the team put everything in. The car was quick. I was quicker than Tom on the night, which nobody expected. All year, Tom's just going to win it. Yeah. No, he's not. It's a stock car race. You know what I mean? We've got front bumpers on these cars and we're going to use them. And you've got to.
Yeah. And I think very much in a world final though, like talking to Jack France, he knows if he wants to win the world final, he may have to deal with Tom. And I think everybody's prepared to do that because it's the world final.
It is a world final. You've got to get that mindset into you. Some of the kids that race now, they're a bit scared of upsetting people. Yeah. It's a world final.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember me backing off like 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean? You get stuck. If you wipe cars out, that's what happens in a world final. Remember me, John London, Andy Smith at Coventry?
Of course. Yeah.
Do you know, it's a world final. Yeah. If it comes off, you're a world champion. If it doesn't, you tried.
Yes.
Get on with it.
Yeah. And then at least you can go home and go, do you know what, I tried. And
absolutely.
I did my very best.
If Jack France cleaned Tom Harris out tonight to win the world final, Tom Harris had classed that as a good race.
Yes.
He wouldn't think it was personal and take it out on Jack. Do you get to see what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's stock car race. It's why we're here.
Yeah.
Tom's got to get away and not let Jack do that. Yeah. And similarly, if Tom's second and Jack's winning, sure as hell, Jack will be up the fence. Trust me. And Tom wouldn't even think twice about it.
No, of course he wouldn't.
But that's how you win a world final.
So if you were in Jack's position, it's his second world final, front row, a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
Yeah, there is, but listen, the lads, he's been going really well on Shale. Yeah. He's a little bit, some meetings he's really quick, other meetings he seems to just doze off and go away. But if he's got his head in it tonight, get on with it. Get on with it, enjoy the race. So,
good.
The start's going to be interesting, I think.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Half the field will forget that we're starting on the opposite side. I've got all that to come.
When I watched the first race yesterday, I was like, that's why I was there. I know.
Drivers are just the same, trust me. There's 36 drivers who are going to that track going, right, we should set off now. And some will go, oh no, we're going around there. But some will set off.
Yes. Yeah.
We've got that to deal with.
Yeah, good. Listen, have a great world final. Thanks so much for talking to me as always.
That's right. Hopefully you'll be coming and see me after.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We did 1, 2, 3 at the end. Preferably number 1,
not 2
yeah,
or
1.
3.
Yeah, okay, good.
Perfect.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Liam Gilbank.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm not.
You're nervous.
No, I'm not nervous.
You're a bit nervous.
No.
Scale of 0 to 10, 0 being completely normal, 10 being up the wall.
Yeah. I'm pretty chill at the minute. I'm sure when we get close to race, we might get a bit excited.
Sleep last night?
Yeah.
How much?
Plenty of sleep.
Good few hours.
Good few hours.
Yeah.
I noticed you've got why have you got a rag on your back tyre? Show them the rag, and you've shown them the rag on the back tyre. Why have you got a rag on the back tyre?
Just trying to keep tyre a bit cool, make sure it doesn't grill while we're just sat here in pits. Well, mess all set up for me.
Your stagger's really important to you around here.
Yeah.
I noticed you got brand newie here.
Yeah.
You got a brand newie over there.
Yeah.
You got a brand newie over there. I haven't looked over there.
Yeah.
But this is a brand newie.
That's a brand new one as well.
That's 4 brand newies. You're all in.
That's it. Well, it's biggest race of the year, so if you're not going to go for it, there's no point being in it.
And I noticed this. This is interesting. What's going on here? Is this just advertising? Is that what's going on here, or is that going to make a difference? Do you think?
I think, well, it's just advertising more than anything, but just makes the car look a bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Stand out a bit from everyone else's.
And what have you done differently? What have you done in the prep for this race weekend in this car? What have you done?
Well, front axle out, back axle out, gearbox out, just checking everything over, make sure we're not going to have any mechanical faults, because it's not what you want, is it?
No. So is that removing back axle, removing front axle, removing gearbox, going through everything, making sure it's lubed, making sure everything's within tolerance? Did you find anything wrong?
No. Back axle we're a tad bent, so we just straighten that out, put it back in.
Is that on a big press?
Yeah.
And you can do that at home, can you?
Yeah.
You got all that kit.
Yeah.
So you're not on a driveway outside your house?
No, we've got a unit we run from.
Nice. So this is it then. This is it. Where do you think you'll finish up? I know where you want to finish up. Where do you think? Go on, wave a magic wand for these people and tell these people out here who are dying to know where you think you're going to finish up.
Obviously, I'm just going to go for a win, but I'd be pretty happy with a top 5. I think anything other than that, I'd be quite disappointed, to be fair. But it's one of them races. If you're not prepared to wreck your car to win it, then there's no point being in it. You just got to go for it.
Yeah. So let's just postulate. Tom doesn't win it. Craig doesn't win it. Who's going to win it?
I think Jack France might surprise some people. I mean, he's in good form. He's started right at the front. But it depends how the first few laps go.
Is it the year a Dutch person or an overseas entrant wins it?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, not a chance.
Nah, there's too many of us English. We won't let that happen.
No, it's not going to happen. Well, listen, best of luck to you, Liam. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I really hope you do well, mate.
Cheers, mate.
All right, cheers.
175, Carl Hawkins, who is on row 8 inside. Carl, you've come to the World Final with a brand new car.
Yep.
To state the obvious, but...
Well, I've never had a full-blown Cheo car.
Yep.
And I had one Saturday, half built, and once I qualified at Buxton, I just thought I had to get it done. And me and Danny were stood there talking, and he said, no way, I bet you 20 quid you can't get it done. So that was it then, I had to do it.
So end to end, so from Buxton to now, that's how many nights of work or days?
Every night.
Right, okay.
Yeah, ridiculous hours.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
So where did you, in terms of building it, were you like, obviously at Frank's and are you kind of going, oh, I like the way they've done that, I'll steal that, or was it all your own kind of thoughts and ideas?
Yeah, you take the basic measurements, just whatever you can find, and then do what you want.
And did he come in, like did Frank come in going, oh, like looking around it?
No, he just leaves you to it.
Okay.
If I want some, I say, come up, we do this, and he'll help you do it. But
it's a risk though, isn't it? Like brand new shell car. Have you took it testing anywhere? Have you
we did go to Kingston on Wednesday.
Yes.
It felt really good, but it's hard when you're practicing. You can't face yourself properly, and it's different when there's 36 cars trying to kill you.
Of course. Do they do that in stock cars?
Yeah, just a bit. Especially in this race.
Yeah. What, you were here last night. What's your thoughts of the track and the surface?
Yeah, track looked really good. That first and second heat last night, I always thought that should have been the World Final race. Why the track was perfect.
Yeah.
But hopefully he's done it the same today, and should be alright.
It looked fast, like really smooth Kings Lynn fast.
It looked a lot of grip. There's that little bump here and there, but nothing bad.
No.
Nothing bad at all. We've put up with that.
So inside where you are you happy with that? Is that kind of a comfortable place to be to start the World Final?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Frank's in front, so hopefully he can clear some traffic and let us through.
Have you had that conversation about what? No.
My plan is let him clear the way, then do him on the last bend.
Perfect. Would that be okay on the way back in the truck? Then?
Yeah, I'd just be smiling ear to ear the whole way. The rest of the year probably.
So do you think inside, because people go inside's always better, but on the outside of Northampton you have got that grippy outside, haven't you? So
I think unless you're on the front 2 rows, inside's better.
Okay.
If you're on the outside on the front row, you'll drive away, I think. I think Tom will get the edge on the start, looking at last night.
Yeah.
But you never know.
No. Is it as open as everybody says, this race? Because nobody's really kind of going. Like Ipswich last year, Tom's going to drive off into the sunset. It didn't happen, but nobody's really saying that this year. There's no,
especially a track like this, it's so unpredictable. Just the nature of the track, how it's shaped and stuff, anything can happen. Especially on the first few laps. So, really looking forward to it.
You want to win it. You think you're going to win it. But would you be happy with top 5, top 10?
I'd be happy with a top 3. The top 5, I'd be alright. But
we weren't mentioning the European last year.
No.
We don't mention that, do we?
No. But that's me. I won't go a lap down this time. If I do, something's going to happen.
Yeah, good. The car looks beautiful. And then inside the car, you've got some nice sign lights in.
Yeah, something I didn't know about. Dean Whitwell did the paint. Thank him for that. But he put some time writing on there. It could be a bit rude considered.
Yeah, but I mean, it's nice. Stock cars, I think, is like an open formula, and it's good to have like a mix of, you know, anything in stock cars.
I like how all the drivers get on so well in that.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Carl, thanks so much for your time, and good luck in your new car today in the World Final.
Thank you very much.
Found you Sam Briggs. Sam, how exciting is this? Which World Final? How many of this you've done?
None.
That's right. This is your first
I've watched
time.
loads of them, but never done one. So.
And have you been doing any studying before this race meeting? About race starts for the World Final, where you should be,
You just got to wing it, haven't you?
You have to wing
it. Each bend it one at a time, sort of thing.
But every racer will say that's about every race, because what happens? Have you got a kind of rough idea in mind?
Well, yeah, I know what I want to do, but what you want to do is not what's going to happen. So.
And would that be tending towards the inside?
Yeah, you've got to get down low, keep out of trouble. Hopefully, keep it straight. That's the main thing. You get sideways, and somebody will take you around. So keep it straight, survive, get to the stage where the track dries out a bit, and then we can press on from there. Hopefully it just goes as good as it has done in the dry all year. So
it's been very good. Any changes?
No.
Any faults you found?
Well, we had a fuel pump issue at Odsall, which we didn't realise was the issue, so we went to Sheffield.
So what happened? What was happening at Odsall?
So the diaphragm in the fuel pump had just gone. I was parked up in the fence.
Pinhole or
just a pinprick in the diaphragm, and it was just flooding the engine. Got to Sheffield, fueled it up, thinking it was a carb issue, ready to check over it, and it took half a tank of fuel straight through down into the engine. So,
nice.
But we found the problem, so it wasn't the end of the world, and we were only an hour from home. So
is that fuel pump? Anything else you found?
No, that's it. Just fuel pump. Just a few bit of heat foil on parts in the engine, try and keep it cool for today.
I remember you were talking. We'd have a bit of back rear axle trouble earlier.
Well, we've straightened all the driveline out now. It's absolutely mint. Right. And ever since that that Northampton, when I snapped the axle, it's been mint.
In fact, it was almost exactly here.
We were parked in this exact spot, except there was a puddle at the back of us. So.
Yeah, well, there's one over there. So in that case, there's a bit of confidence about you.
Yeah, like
you've
I said,
definitely got the pace.
If in my head, I was praying for dry weather. If I've got my dry weather, although I don't like being hot. I live on the hills. I'm not used to being hot. But yeah, I've got my dry weather, so I've got to survive them laps. If I can get to a dry track, I'm not saying I'm going to win it, but I think I'll be up at the pointy end. Well, I like to think I'm at the pointy end. It's what we've come to do.
Definitely at the pointy end. Yeah,
that's the plan anyway.
I think I think you're a bit off people's radar, and the way I've seen, I haven't been to many races this year. I haven't been to many races this season, but those where I've seen you, you've been pretty on it. So I think there's a very good chance.
When the car's good and drivers are good, it's always good, isn't it? So.
Are you nervous? Yes, he is. Let me answer that for you. I'm seeing
about
he's not the same as he was last time. There's
talking about it now is not a problem, but we've had a lad off this week, so I've been milking cows. And when you milk cows, there's only Lundy and a very few select people who know this, but you're by yourself. Oh yeah, maybe you. And you just sat there, you're doing your own thing, you're milking away, and it's just you. Nobody talks back to you. And I've had last benders with Craig, I've had last benders with Tom, I've had last benders with Frank, I've had one with Lee, and like I said. And then your heart starts pounding then, and you're like, whoa, calm down. But
then you've left the milk unit on the cow for an extra for a couple of minutes. The cow's like, you're getting off.
Before I know it, I need to sit down and have a breather. But no, other than that, like I said, it's just like they say, it's another race at the end of the day. We won't get caught up on it. I can only do what I can do. So.
I hope that when the time comes around, you'll be there or thereabouts. If you're not on the top step, you'll be somewhere close.
Most of the things have lined up for me, so if it were at Bradford, it'd be perfect.
So, but he's done a great job, hasn't he?
Oh no,
What
the track was mint last night. Track was mint last night. I said to Dad, we sat in the grandstand last night, and it's not Northampton. It feels like we're in America or New Zealand or something. It was just a nice hot autumnal evening. Like I say, the track was good. It never dried out too much. They didn't overwater it. They didn't come on with in between wave yellows. They just let the track take its course. And no, I thought it made really good racing, especially in that national. That was really good. So.
Well, on that note, in this autumnal heat, which is not many times you hear that word in Formula Stock Cars, but thanks for that, Sam.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Best of luck to you,
Thank
mate.
you.
Really good. We found our way to New Zealand yet again. We've been all over the place, Holland and New Zealand and even Yorkshire, but we found our way to New Zealand, and you found your way here. You've been here for a little while now. You're in a couple of meetings.
Yeah, I think this is my third week here. Done a couple of meetings, Bradford and Sheffield. Done the V8 Hot Stocks World Final as well at Mildenhall, so that was pretty fun.
Was that fun? How did you get on there? Because I didn't see the results for that.
No real luck there, just got tangled up in all the first corner pushes, you know, and then ended up breaking a half shaft and jamming a left front wheel up, so DNF for me.
Right, and difference between the Hot Stock and the F1?
Obviously a big horsepower difference and driving style difference. Very much like super stocks and stock cars back home.
Because you're always trying to keep the revs up, and you use the sort of top end of the rev range, And in terms of what happened at Sheffield, why did you go in? Did you get kind of squeezed out?
Yeah, just got squeezed with the right rear and hit that post and rode the front of the car off. No real pain to me, I was fine. It was more or less just the car, so big couple of weeks to get it sorted again.
Did you get involved in that? Are you getting your hands dirty?
Me and Kalen Mooney, who come with me, he gave us a 2 weeks hand, and we put the whole front on ourselves at Tom Harris's. So.
Oh wow! Yeah. So how many hours do you reckon?
Oh, I'd say it was a good 5 days, 8 hours a day.
Full on, full on. And are you feeling quite confident about today?
Oh, hey, it's anyone's game. It's a game of luck out there. I think the master of luck is the winner. Definitely want to be confident out there, but you know you can't be confident all the time. You've got to have a bit of luck.
Yeah. And in terms of if you don't win it and Tommy doesn't win it, who would you like to win it?
Oh, anyone who really out there deserves to win it. So I'm just happy to be here and competing. I'd love Tom to have another go at it, and anyone else, even Catherine here, she's been driving like a champ all year on tarmac.
So totally.
Hey, anyone who's in that grid deserves to be there. So hey, all hats off.
And in terms of New Zealand racing, the difference in New Zealand, I mean, obviously there are very different tactics in New Zealand racing. Do you like the way it runs in the UK? Does it? I mean, it's very different.
It's very different. It's very hard to judge if it's likeable at the moment. Obviously, the heat's really cooking us today and yesterday. You know, like we don't do none of this stuff for 8 hours or 10 hours before the meeting starts. So, you know.
What you just normally
we just start at 5 o'clock. You know, you scrutineer, you do everything, and then you got 3 races for the championship. So. It's quite compact in the night. You do it all in 4 hours. But yeah, I do really enjoy what we're doing. It's great. You see all the people, everyone's involved. You know, it's really busy and it's really dusty, obviously. But yeah, it's pretty. It's an experience. That's what we want.
And the pits generally in New Zealand, the pits would be a bit better than
They're
this.
all concrete pits.
So it's all nice.
Facilitated quite nicely. And I do like it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Dean's making a lot of change here. I'm sure this will get improved as time goes on. But much more importantly, when are you heading back to New Zealand?
I head back on Tuesday night, so quick turnaround, fly out.
And is that a direct, not literally direct, but it's just a stop off somewhere?
Just stop off in China and then back home. We'll be home by Thursday. So.
Do you have an overnight in China?
No, just a couple hours and just straight into it. Yeah.
So how many hours in the air?
I think it ends up being about 30.
30 hours, but I suppose in first class it's not too bad.
Oh, I wish it was first class. I was looking at it on the way back, but nah, we'll just fly economy.
Perhaps if you win this World Final, might be an opportunity.
Perhaps it might be an opportunity, but I don't mind sitting in the back. It's quite nice.
Listen, it's been lovely talking to you, Asher. I wish you the best of luck out there.
Cheers. Thank you, Cheers.
525 Nigel de Kock, row 10, and your first ever World Final.
Yes, it's great to be fair, and we started to do the race from the English way, and the plan was to go from the English way into the World Final, because for us it was a bit more easier, and the plan worked out, and here we are.
And you've done it.
Yeah, really good.
Are you excited? Are you nervous?
No.
Where are you?
To be fair, when we had the semi-final, all week I was nervous, and also the trip too, I was nervous like hell, and this weekend, it's really good. I got a good starting position, I think, 10 row inside, so to be fair, everything can happen, so yeah.
happy.
Really take it, yeah.
Good. Are you looking forward to going out on the parade lap?
Yeah, parade lap and the grid what we get, and it's really good. I think I'm really going to enjoy that.
Were you here last night? You were here last night, weren't you? Obviously watching. It felt like it was a Dutch meeting last night. I mean, it was a Dutch meeting, but in terms of the crowd, I mean, there's so many Dutch coming over this year.
It was really good, yeah. I think this weekend with 3 days at one place is really good for the overseas entrance, and I think the racing last night was really good.
Yeah, it was.
And big shout out to Dean Wood. The track was pretty good.
So you've kind of registered as an English driver this year.
Yeah.
Raced over here. So let's say you win. English supporters are happy because, he's kind of a token Englishman. Do you know what I mean? But will the Dutch supporters be happy as well? Do you know what I mean? Both?
It's a bit strange because I'm racing on an English license, but I'm still Dutch.
Yeah.
I still hope a Dutchman win, and well, hopefully I can win it.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think where you're starting? Do you feel everybody wants to go and win the race? Don't they? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be in it.
No.
Do you think it's a good place? I mean, you said it's a good place to start.
I think it is because it's not the biggest tracks we have, and I think everybody will go in the first bend real hard. If you can stay there on the inside, and we survive the first lap.
Yeah.
I think I will go for it. I'm not going for a finish. I go for the win. So that's how we're in it.
Yeah. And the weather, obviously, it's red hot. We should be lying on a beach drinking beer. We're not.
That's much better.
We're stood in dusty pits at Northampton. Do you think it will play a part in the race, the weather?
Yeah, I don't know. I think last night you saw when dark the track stays good, and if the track stays like yesterday, and it keeps watering.
It didn't get dusty, did it?
No, it didn't get dusty at all. It went grippy all night. It didn't blue. So normally when it is this weather, the track's going to be blue and it's going to be a little bit sliding around, and hopefully the track stays good tonight and we can have a proper race.
When you were watching the racing, were you kind of looking at where people were putting the car in terms of?
Yeah, the thing I was seeing was like, I already had a few races here this season, and everybody was more driving it, and like last night, everybody was going sideways, so the track was much different than it was before.
Yeah.
Well, I think the track did a good job, and if it stays like this, we can have a really good World Final.
We spoke about that with Danny at Sheffield, because when Danny races Sheffield, Danny Wainman, he's kind of driving it.
Yeah.
Some of them have got the back end out and driving it like that way. Whereas, and that Northampton, like I say, very much was a driving round.
Driving,
but it's changed again.
It changed again, so. Well, yeah, tonight is a different night, I think, so that's the thing with chill tracks, it's never going to be the same, so.
Good. Enjoy your World Final.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Autograph. First one and the only one of the day. Will you stand by me?
So, I'm no kidding here. This is the hardest man on the racetrack to track down. He's always away talking, and you
just avoiding you.
And and that's a good thing.
Not really.
Paul Hines.
Indeed,
how
yes.
exciting is this?
Love it. I love it. I buzz on this.
Do you?
Absolutely do. And I came in last night. I got here a little bit late. I came in during the saloon race, whatever it was, the first saloon race, and I was pumped.
It was proper racing as well, wasn't it?
There was a crowd, there was an atmosphere, there was Dutch, there was English, there was Scottish, there was all sorts, and I loved it.
Some people from the Rainbow Nation even.
I loved it, and more the merrier. It was fantastic, and I walked in last night. My adrenaline was pumping, and that's why I do this, because I love this weekend. It's brilliant.
So does that mean, I've asked a few drivers this, did you sleep well last night?
I did actually, to be honest with you. I slept better this year than I did last year. Obviously last year I was pole position, and that consumed me a lot, if I'm honest. I was so thought that might be my year, and I really did. And everything I did for the 6 weeks before that was all about that race. This one I'm just totally chilled about it, really, just relaxed. What will be. I can't plan it from where I am. I've just got to react to what happens and see how we go on. So I'm really looking forward to the race. I think it's going to be brilliant. I really do think it's going to be good.
If you don't win, who's going to win?
It's a big if, that is, isn't it? It's a big if. I just want it to be a race. I want it to be a good race. It deserves a good race. I credit to Dean and the staff.
Hasn't he done a great job?
Brilliant. It's fantastic. It feels like a World Final. It feels like an occasion.
It does.
And the occasion deserves a race. So I hope it is a race. I want the best driver to win. It would be great if Catherine Harris won it.
It'd be
wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be brilliant if she did? Wouldn't it be great if Jack or Bex or well, yeah, I get to so it wouldn't be great if Jack won it. Wouldn't it be great if Lee or Matt Newsom won it? You know what I mean? Matt Newsom would be a great winner. Wouldn't it be great if Frankie got another title again? You know what I mean? And wouldn't it be great for an overseas driver in it? There's so many stories on the grid that could happen today. Wouldn't it be great if Rotan outside came through miraculously, like the hero that he is? A child just fell over. Is he going to cry? No.
Bless him.
You all right,
well
Zach?
done.
Good lad. You were brave then. Braver than your dad. He'd have cried.
Oh, Zach.
That's Danny Wainman's lad. Danny Wainman would have cried, wouldn't he? So Hold on, autograph.
Sorry.
Autograph.
Just so I'm going to do a quick
Cheers, mate.
advertising
Cheers,
break.
mate.
Aren't the BSCDA wonderful? Isn't Dean Woods brilliant? And look, have you seen this tyre? Behind the camera is Jordan
Thank you,
Cooper,
mate.
and this is Cooper tyres. This is a brand new tyre, no expense spared for the World
I'll give you that
Final.
tenner later.
Everybody wants to know how much a brand new Shale tyre is on the inside front.
More than I can afford.
More than you can afford. So is this a sponsorship deal?
It is indeed.
I tell you what, it's very, very soft. Can you zoom in on that? Because people are interested in that. Look at that. It's a brand new tyre. Look, can you see the way the tread pattern's moving on that? There's going to be a lot of grip in that, isn't there?
It needs to be.
Yeah,
it needs to be. From row 10 outside, I need some grip today. So
you don't want to overheat it, do you?
No, definitely not. I'm just looking forward to the race. I think there's so many stories out there. It's going to be great to see what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Well, the car looks stunning.
Always.
You look almost as good.
Almost.
And it's always a pleasure. I really hope for you.
I enjoyed that.
Best for
You're
you, mate.
probably better than Jonathan, you know. Probably.
There's no probably about it.
There's no probably about it. There's no probably about it.
Thanks, Paul.
Oh, is that it? Is that we done?
Tyrone Evans, who's starting on row 11 inside. Tyrone's second World Final. This time it's on Shale.
Hello.
Is that all right?
Well, yeah, like to be a bit more experienced, but we are where we are, so we'll just have to get on with it and see how we get on.
Are you feeling comfortable? If it was on tarmac, I'd kind of go probably a bit more comfortable than necessarily Shale. Would that be fair?
Yeah, definitely. Feel a lot more on the pace on tarmac. Obviously, last time out with the car we had a win with it, Kings Lynn, but it's one of them.
Were you here last night? Did you see the racing last night? Were you here?
No, I watched videos of it.
It's very smooth. It is almost. It felt a bit Kings Lynn-esque at times. You know, very smooth, very fast.
Yeah, I did see a few of the fast drivers driving around the outside of the track as well with a lot of throttle. So,
do you want to do that? Tom does stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll have to do it to be on the pace, but yeah, something different.
Yeah. So second World Final, and I guess like talk to me like Frankie's been in like 1 million, and this is like only your second. Big, huge race, a huge crowd. Are you feeling kind of nervous going into it, or do you feel there's no pressure on you because of where you sort of started?
I don't have any pressure, but last few times, like in the semi-finals and World Final, I get nervous on the parade lap. But
is that because you haven't got a good wave yet? Is it the wave that's doing it?
Yeah, go on. I need a big wave.
That's what you need to do. You need to go like just be really super confident with the wave, and that'll take all your nerves away.
Go out in a big dog costume or something.
That's what you should do. You've been disguised. Realistically, what are you hoping to achieve today? What are you kind of going through racing? I'd like to finish.
Well,
X, Y, or Z.
I suppose I didn't finish last year. I lasted half a lap, so.
Oh, it was only half a lap.
A finish like within the top 10 would be nice. So. Yeah, I'll go for that.
So talking to Jack Franson, I think he said he just crossed the start-finish line at Bradford in 2021. Didn't even do a lap. So you did half a lap.
Yeah.
So we'd like more than that.
Yeah. That'd be ideal.
Good. And how do you, so they've got the weather. How do you set the car up for today? Because you'd kind of say the track should be wet because it can't be dry because it needs to keep it wet so it's not dusty. How do you do setup for it?
Not too much change with the setup of the car apart from the shockers. But it's just the tyres, getting the tyres right.
Yeah.
You don't want too much tread in them, getting them boiling over. So,
because it's the inside rear that's the key one, isn't it?
Yeah, that one takes the most grief on Shale. So try not to put too much tread on it, but you want enough for the start of the race.
Yeah.
So
it's a tricky call, isn't it?
It's a balance, yeah.
Do you have like a big meeting between the three of you, like your brother and your dad, kind of what we're going to do, or have you decided already?
Me and Lewis have our meetings, so yeah. We've decided now,
And you just tell your dad this is what we're doing?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you so much for your time today, and good luck in the World Final.
Cheers.
I tried to get Charlie Sauder to do an interview without that next to him, but he's like, the only way we're interviewing is if I can hold that, because he thinks he's going to have it for another 12 months, don't you?
Well, yeah. If we didn't think that, there's no point going in the race, is there?
There is no point in going in the race. Has it been an exciting year for you? I know Jonathan did a bit of a gig with you a couple of weeks ago, but just briefly.
A bit up and down, really. Obviously, not the best of years for us performance-wise. Mechanical failures and bits and bobs, so not the best. But I've enjoyed carrying the gold roof for 12 months, so
I think many people out there have enjoyed seeing you with the gold roof as well.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we've done our family name proud, put it on the trophy, so that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Well, it's not all that matters, but it's a very, very big part of it.
Yeah.
Charlie, it's been great to see you as world champion, but what do you think is going to happen in the race? If it's not going to be you who wins it, who is going to win it?
Oh, I honestly couldn't put a name on it. Like you've got Tom round the outside, Jack France, if he can get a good start, he's not slow, then you've got Lee and Matt behind. Like it's anyone's race, and it's going to be a stock car race, I believe. So whoever's got the hardest front bumper and the strongest car will probably win it.
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of people who'll be rooting for you, and I think you're in with a very good chance as well.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, we're starting a little bit down the grid, but hopefully that comes in with a bit of an advantage. Obviously, cars in front take a bit of a cushion towards the wall, and we either slip up the inside or, well, I don't know. Hopefully go win it again. But
well, that would be the best of all. And have you got any plans beyond this? Are you going to do much for the rest of the season? Are you doing any more racing?
No, we're going to do a little bit, a few Bradfords, I think we said, and a few Kings Lynn's. But I've got an operation next Saturday, so comes first, don't it? Health comes first, and a bit of time off. So
will I find you laid up in hospital for a few days?
Unfortunately, yeah, I will.
Do you know which hospital it is? I'll be there.
I can't tell you.
Listen, well, I hope that goes well, but more importantly, really good luck for today, mate. It's always a pleasure to see you, and the car looks, by the way, the absolute nuts.
It's come out well, so
really good.
Big shout out to the team for pulling it out of the bag and getting it ready for us. So big appreciate it.
Good. All right, thank you, Charlie.
Cheers.
So here we are with Bex Barr, who's come all the way from New Zealand. What a journey that is!
Yeah, it was a bit of a hike all the way over here, that's for sure.
What time? When did you leave?
To fly out on Tuesday.
Fly on Tuesday. So you're still jet lagged?
No, actually, sorry, I've been here for 3 weeks already. Yeah, I thought you were asking when I fly home. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I've been here since just before Vin race, so I've already had a good stint.
So you're on. So there's no excuses now.
No, I've been here long enough now.
And have you actually done any racing here at all?
Yeah, I raced at Bradford a couple of weeks ago. Yeah,
I saw that you did. And how did you find it?
Yeah, it was good. It was very different to what this track is anyway. So yeah, but yeah, obviously last night was good. So yeah. Go from there.
And are you quietly confident about this weekend?
Just want to go out there and have fun really and try and finish the race. It's going to be sort of so hard to win it, but you never know, you've got to be in the win, so
you've got to be there to do it.
I'll be out there participating and see what happens.
It's brilliant to see you here, and I really, really hope you go well. It's lovely to meet you, and best of luck for it.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Row 13, Joe Nichols. Joe, we last spoke at Mildenhall.
Yeah.
Qualified for the semi-final, track you love and hate for different reasons. We're now at Northampton. Did you hear last night?
Yeah.
Watch the racing. What's your kind of initial thoughts on track, surface?
Track looked really good, to be honest. Didn't dust up, looked a bit bumpy, but it didn't look like a track I've never seen the track like that, so I think it's going to be a bit different for everyone, really. Okay. But yeah, I thought it was alright.
What do you mean you've never seen it like that? Because it was so smoother or not dusty?
Well, when we first came, it was like clayey, and then it was no sideways bar or anything, but the boys, the New Zealand boys and the Dutch boys, they looked really good. It's a loaded grip, so we'll find out.
Is that because it's put more shale on it, do you think?
I think it's made a different mixture of shale, probably more shale on top. He's got a good base to it now because it's now been laid for a few years, so yeah, I think so, yeah.
So when I'm watching the racing last night, so I'm just watching stock car racing. Are you watching what the cars are doing, where they're going, where they're getting the grip? Are you kind of watching it in a different way?
I was watching the track. Yeah. I don't think anyone knows what left rear they're using today.
Right, okay.
I think everyone's up in the arm because if it's really hot, if it goes down to base by the end of the race, then you need a bit less tread, but you're starting to need a lot of tread, so I don't think anyone has any idea where they're going with tyres today. So I think everyone was watching the track to try and get some insight, but I don't think anyone knows.
And do you think people will pretend that they know?
Yeah, I imagine if you speak to Ferris or Tom or Noose and they say they know, but I don't think. They just drive round if the tyre's bad anyway.
So happy to be in the World Final, obviously. Second World Final. Last one you were in DNF, unfortunately. So kind of, what's sort of the expectations and hopes for today?
Nothing really. I mean, for us it's about being in it. You've got to be in it to win, yeah. So whatever happens, happens. But the main aim, I said to one of my team, if you're in the race, it's a good season. And if you're not in the race, it's a bad season. That's how I look at it. So we're in the race, I wave at the crowd, and then go with the flow. And if we get placed, we get placed. But it is what it is.
And it's being here last night. The crowd was very, very big for Friday night, and that's going to double again today. It feels like a proper event, a proper World Final.
Yesterday was busy. Very, very busy. So I mean, I'm in the race, but I don't think anyone's going to have anywhere to stand. No. It's going to be like stuck and soldier on you. So, but yeah, it really busy. I think there was more Dutch here than I've ever seen. Dutch commentator on, so I don't know. We couldn't
I felt like I was on holiday again when I was listening to him, like in Spain.
Ridiculous. Like, it was ridiculous. But I think it's going to be busy today. I think it's going to be really good. I think we should do this every year. The track should have all three. Like Skegness, I think it's wherever around next year, should have all three meetings. So
because you win tonight or whatever, and you want to go partying, and then you end up moving track, and it's not right really. But I think you're going to find out how good this weekend is. Probably.
Yeah. I think once we've, I agree with you. I think once we've done this weekend and gone, look, this is what can happen. You would be daft then not to do that again every single year, because
I think we should have more weekends anyway, because there's so much. Half your cost now is travelling there, in diesel, fuel, whatever. So if you have it at the same place, you just sleep over, and the bar will get more money, and everyone has a laugh. I think it's much more of a thing. But
good.
They keep making us travel around, don't they? That's what we do.
So you're happy to be in it. It's a good season by your standards to be in the World Final. Where would you like to finish? Or in an ideal world?
Finish anywhere.
Okay.
Just the main aim, you've got to finish the race to win it. You got to finish. So my plan is to just try and keep the nose clean for a few laps, and then we'll start going then. But there's Dutch involved in there, and they're chaos. They like it. And then there's a couple of tarmac drivers who don't do a lot of shale. So so it'll be good. It'll be a good race.
Good. My last question, have you been working on your wave? I think that's important when you're going around on the presentation up to wave to the crowd, isn't it? Have you been working on your wave? Have you thought about what wave you're going to do?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I'll look
try and
out
give a bit of this. I don't know. Hopefully, everyone always has them big horns, don't they? We'll see if we get them going, but yeah, we're good.
Thanks so much. Good luck for the World Final.
Thank you very much.
First World Final. How exciting is this?
Yeah, dead excited. The atmosphere's, definitely building up now. All the drivers are, you can tell they're a bit nervous but excited, but it's the fans really. Everyone's got a smile on their face. The sun's out. It's terrible news for me because being a
miserable. Being
a ginge.
I wouldn't want to say that.
Yeah,
no, indeed. But also,
looking forward to it definitely.
Are you slightly nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't.
Good.
But
the nerves aren't a bad thing.
Where I'm starting, it's going to be. I haven't got much to really worry about, really.
That's what Bradley said, the similar thing, actually.
Yeah,
it takes a bit of the pressure off being back there a little bit.
Yeah, you take the pressure off and you can sort of gauge how fast everyone's going to be wanting to go into the first corner, especially because, I'm a bit of a bugger for trying to push the limit too fast, and it's going to be a good learning experience, but ultimately, I'm going to go out there and do my best.
And have a giggle. You need to be smiling, don't you? Yeah. I mean, we are supposed to be doing this for fun as well as...
Are we? I wasn't thinking this last night. about 9 o'clock last night, we had a few things we needed to finish off with the car, and I said to my mechanic, Alan, I said, yeah, I've had enough of this.
Well, give me 2 things that you did last night in the car.
Steering box.
What was wrong with the steering box?
It wasn't as smooth as I'm used to.
And where was that, in the middle, dead centre, or was it on the...
It just wasn't.
You could feel it going lock to lock, and it was just notchy.
No, it was just a bit. It just weren't right, so I weren't going to take the risk,
So new steering box.
Yes, yeah.
And what else?
Get all the tyres just like sort of finished off, and bolted on the car, and
Are they brand new tyres all around?
Well, we work hard, so most definitely.
You've got to get the right kit on, haven't you?
Yeah. So when are you out in the World Final?
When I reach the dizzy heights and dizzy skill levels that you've got, George. But I think I've been privileged in all my time at stock cars, and I kind of envy you in a way.
You envy me?
Doing what you're doing, absolutely. Having a riot, aren't you?
Well, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot
totally.
of fun.
Totally.
Yeah.
I miss it. I do miss it, of course.
No, I'm looking forward to today, and I hope everyone has a good day.
Oh, bless you. That's really nice. You've got a really nice approach to it, George. I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you. I'm going to put my brolly back up because I'm dying.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Be careful out there.
Row 14 inside 172. Mickey Randall. Mickey, we spoke at the British. You went onto the grid and you were like, talk to me after the race. I was kind of going, are you excited? Are you looking forward to it? Because you're quite high up at the British. World Final, you're a bit further back. Are you happy where you are for a World Final?
I'm just happy to be part of the day. That's my main thing. I just want to be part of the day with everyone, and I've made that. So.
Yeah, because I was talking to a couple of others, and they were saying it's the highlight of my season. Like, my season's brilliant, so I've made a World Final.
Well, I didn't score me points on shale, but the tarmacs definitely helped me get there. And like I say, I just want to be part of the day. I'm here, I made it. So a finish would be even better, since I've not managed that yet. But.
So 6 World Finals and not a finish yet?
No. Okay. Very close, but not quite made it. So that's my goal.
And what about Northampton track itself?
I've only been, I think, once since it's been to shale. So not a lot of practice on the shale around here either. No. Because
I think of you as more of a tarmac racer as opposed to shale. And you did shale couple of years ago more with the new car from Matt?
Well, I'm going back. This is actually for sale now.
Why?
Time. Go back to doing what I did before, and that's what I'm going to do.
Because that gives you more time to focus on one car as opposed to two?
I'd like my lad to do some racing, so that might free some time up for that.
Right, listen, enjoy your World Final. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Pleasure.
And it's taken a while, but we've finally managed to track down Bradley Harrison.
Yes.
Bradley, how's it going?
Good. Yourself?
Yeah, very, very good. But we don't care about, nobody there cares about me. They all care about you.
Right, yeah.
What have you done to the car? What's different on the car?
To be quite honest, since we've had it from Matt, we haven't really altered anything up to now. We've just been going off his word and kept it as is. We've, like Pete Folding said, we've painted it, put a bit of silver around it, and just hope for the best. From where I'm starting, it's just a case of try and get moving early and try and make something happen. So the car's good, it's just about me being good, and the rest needs to be a bit of luck.
And I've asked Craig the same question. How much sleep did you get last night?
I slept really well, to be fair.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I think there's more pressure on those guys because those guys have got expectations on the shoulder from themselves, from the family, from the team. They're coming here and they know that there's a strong chance, whether it's 10%, 20%, that they will win this weekend. Whereas on my shoulders, it's not zero, but it's significantly reduced. So we just came here, chilled out after work yesterday, had a few beers, watched the racing, didn't go to bed late, and yeah, slept well. And
now you told me, we were nattering earlier on, weren't we?
Yeah.
And you told me that you'd found a little issue with the car that you're hoping you might
yeah,
resolve.
that's it. I mean, we've had an overheating issue, which we think we've sorted now from the semi-final, and the gearing's not been quite right, so we've been struggling with that, whereas today, all being well, should be good. And
so to explain to the viewers, because some of them won't understand, because everybody changed the gearing, why is it a particular difference for you in this particular regard?
Yeah, the diff ratio from the last car to this car is different, and he'd let it slip his mind at some point, so we were under revving on the car, and like I say, you tell your dad about it and he's like, you're not pressing hard enough, you're not trying hard enough, and then eventually, like I say, we've sussed it, so it'd be like new again today.
So you've got one ratio of final drive in, you change your gear ratios expecting it to do one thing, and it doesn't do it,
No,
and you're
it's
like, what's
not done
going
it.
on? Dad goes, the problem's there, and you're like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
So, and
well,
eventually, how long did it take to work out it was the diff?
A couple of meetings, I think.
And whose responsibility is that? Who's your mechanic?
Well, I'm not naming names. No one goes under the bus. I'll take the responsibility. Lays with the driver.
Well, let's hope that
fingers crossed. Yeah. So, like I say, when I've raced it, it's been good. I've been comfortable. You need a lot of luck, and you need a strong car, which this is, and just keep going. Just keep going.
I really hope you do really, really well.
Fingers
you know
crossed.
How much you can.
Yeah.
Take
Thank
it
you.
easy, Bradley.
Cheers,
Good
Roger.
luck.
So with H410, Yelly Tesla. Yelly, you over for the World Final. You're in the time trials today. So you were here last night. You didn't race last night though. Is that because you weren't allowed or because you want to save the car for today?
Just for saving the car for now. We've been here a couple of weeks ago when the car was just quick, so there was no point to wreck it last night.
So before last night, because you're very experienced racing over in England, you'd kind of go easy, like third row start, really good time trial. But the New Zealand drivers are very quick. Did you watch them last night?
Yeah, I've seen them, and I've seen a couple of very quick drivers.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get myself in row 3, but we will give it the best.
Yeah.
And it's fair enough, as the fastest of us is on the third row.
Yes.
So the man with the biggest chance is on the third row.
Yeah. So last year you came over and raced quite a lot, but you haven't done as much this year over in England. Is there a sort of reason why you sort of haven't done that much in England this year?
We got a Dutch license this year, and well, the ferry has become a bit expensive, so it's just harder to come over.
Yeah, so it's more of a cost thing. Because obviously you really like racing in England. You sort of said before you love the English.
Yeah, we love it.
Crossing.
Yeah, we just love it over here. But yeah, I can't just let my car stay here and just race because I've got a couple sponsors at home who want to see me race as well. So I just need to make decisions.
Yeah, of course. And in terms of the World Final race, let's say you don't win, who do you think's got a really good chance today?
Oh, that's a very hard question. I have no idea, honestly. I have no idea.
I think it's a really hard race to call, this one.
I think it's someone who can save tyres, and
okay.
I think Craig got a very good chance, as he's always saving his tyres.
He drives very smoothly, doesn't he? He's a very smooth driver.
He's always, I don't know how he does it.
He's fast in the first couple laps.
Yeah.
He's even faster in the later laps
Yeah.
when we are slowing down.
So, have you asked him that question?
No, I haven't. I don't think he is gonna tell me his private stuff. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
Yeah. So we're here today and tomorrow, and then is there any more plans to come over and race in England for the remainder of the season, or is this kind of it for you?
Well, I have no idea. I think we might do the shootout final.
Yeah.
If you got time and people will come with us, and I will try to do some more meetings.
Yeah. And if the weather's like this, you'd come every weekend. It's beautiful. It's like being in Ibiza this weekend.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
I was ready to be on the beach.
When we got this morning, I want to go on holiday. I need to go on holiday. Listen, good luck for the time trials and good luck for the World Final race today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Page 48, Niles, Tessa. Niles, you're on the World Final grid already, and you know exactly where you started, as opposed to your brother who's got to go and do a time trial. Because you've already qualified through the Dutch kind of wild cards.
Yeah, we got a wild card. Like a year ago, a wild card was just a final.
Yeah.
When you won a final, you got a card.
Yeah.
Now they changed it to number 6 and 7 in the points championship. But that's why I'm there.
Would you prefer to have that or to do the time trial? Which?
I want to do the time trials because if you're in the third row inside, you got a bigger chance to win it.
Yeah, of course.
Now I'm from the last row. I got a chance, but it's hard work now.
Yeah. Like Northampton though, it's very unpredictable, isn't it, as a track, and there could be lots of stoppages, and is it going to be dry, is it going to be wet, so...
I think the track will be wet, so they keep the track nice for the whole day, whole weekend. So I think it will be wet in the first few laps, and then after like 5-6 laps it will be right and it will be fast.
So do you settle for a dry track or a wet track? What do you do?
I like them both, and I've set up on a dry track, I think, because a wet track is just the first few laps.
Yeah.
I think there will be a lot of things on the track, so I think a lot of restarts.
Yes. So, but at the back, you can hopefully keep out of all that sort of carnage at the front and just kind of sit there and drive around nice and steady to begin with.
Yeah, definitely. I will make my own laps, and everyone is parking everywhere, and I will try to miss it all.
Yeah, absolutely. Still happy with the cars? Obviously, they were new last year, weren't they? And still kind of happy with how you're doing in them?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the car. I'm happy with Frank as well and the whole family Wainman, because they always help me out, me and Jelly. If we got something shit with the car, we call Frank or we message him and he will help us out everywhere.
It's perfect, isn't it?
He's a really nice man. Yeah.
And you enjoying the weather?
Yeah, it's hot now. I think it's too hot for racing.
It is.
I think we have to go to the beach. Take some beers.
Absolutely. We're like in the middle of the country though. There's no beach for like miles. Listen, good luck in the World Final today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.